Welcome to Monday Momentum on Communicate to Lead. I'm Kele Belton, and if you're a woman in leadership ready to step into your full potential, you are in the right place. We are in week 4 of our June series on the difficult conversations you walk into braced for a fight. Today, we're looking at the conversation where you need to say no, or at least you think that's what you need to do, and you've been treating it as a wall when it's actually a door to something even better. A senior manager at a tech company came to a coaching session recently with a knot in her stomach. Her VP had asked her to take on a new initiative, a high visibility project that would put her in front of the executive team. On paper, it was the opportunity she'd been waiting for. The problem was she was already running 2 strategic projects that had been agreed upon as her top priorities for the quarter. Adding the new one meant something had to give. She could see exactly what would happen. She'd end the quarter with 3 half-finished projects instead of 2 strong ones. She wanted help rehearsing how to say no. She had a script ready about her workload and why she couldn't take on more. And I stopped her right there because she was preparing for the wrong conversation. This wasn't a boundary moment. It was a trade-off, and those 2 things may sound similar, but they create very different conversations. Before we continue with the episode, I want to flag something. This strategy works only when you have a good working relationship with your manager. If your manager has checked out or saying no in any form carries real career risk for you, that's a different conversation altogether. I covered that in episode 113. That was called 4 Strategies to Advance Your Career When Your Manager Has Checked Out. And more recently in episode 162 on what unsupportive work environments do to your leadership. Both episodes are linked to in the show notes. So if you haven't listened to those episodes, be sure to check them out. Here is what I see happen when women leaders treat a request as a boundary moment. The instinct is to defend the no, to list everything already on your plate as evidence. And the more you explain, the more it sounds like you're protecting yourself rather than protecting the work. The reframe you need to keep in mind is this. A boundary closes a door. A redirect opens a different one. When you redirect instead of refuse, you stay in the strategic conversation. You're not the person who said no. You are the person who helped your manager see the better path. Redirecting works because it keeps you in the role of strategic thinker, not gatekeeper of your own time. Your manager doesn't have to choose between her request and your well-being. She gets to choose between 2 paths, and you're helping her see which one better serves the work. The strategy has 2 parts. First, name what you're protecting. Second, offer a specific alternative. Here's what that sounds like when you put them together. I want to protect the timeline we agreed on for Strategic Project X. So taking this on now would put that at risk. What I can do is then give the specific alternative and ask the question, would that work? Notice what that does. I want to protect names what's at stake without making it about you. What I can do shifts the conversation from refusal to contribution. And the question at the end pulls her into the decision instead of leaving her with a flat no. The specific alternative is the part that matters most. It might sound something like, I can take this on in 3 weeks when the current project is completed. Or I can take the strategy piece if someone else owns the execution. Give your manager something concrete to work with, not another problem to solve. And be sure to grab the AI prompt in the show notes so you can build a version that best fits your situation and sounds like you. Before we move to your action step for this week, here's the full strategy in one place. Name what you're protecting, then offer the redirect. And here's your action step. Notice the next request that lands on your plate this week and doesn't fit. Before you say yes, and before you start drafting your no, pause. Ask yourself, what am I protecting and what alternative path can I offer? Then bring both to the conversation and see how different it feels to redirect instead of simply refuse. And that's a wrap for today. If Monday Momentum is giving you strategies you can use right now, follow the show so you never miss an episode. And if you're ready to stop navigating your leadership growth alone, book your complimentary leadership strategy call. The link is in the show notes. Let's talk about where you are, where you want to go, and what it will take to get there. Remember, a no closes the door. A redirect opens a better one. And that's your Monday Momentum. I'll see you on Thursday. Trust your voice and lead with confidence.